Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is episode 2 of Building a Better Runner, and in this episode, it's all about lifting. So we're going to be talking about where did I get my lifting program, how has it impacted my training, what are the benefits of it, and why I feel it is really important. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Building a Better Runner. Week 2. This week we're starting lifting, getting back into that cycle. I got Anthony here. We're gonna hit a Monday run. Let's get into it. So back when I was in high school, I never really thought that lifting and running kind of would coexist together. I thought that people who lifted would just get larger and that would eventually slow you down. I never really connected the dots that just becoming stronger in general could really have some huge benefits to running with your efficiency and injury prevention. All right, that's it for me. Now, the days that I'm not lifting, I like to do a couple little circuits of just like these basic plyometrics and exercises, or to help improve any kind of weaknesses or imbalances that I might have. So you can see me doing these box drop. These for me are really just there to help me reduce some fatigue and some tension in the quadricep muscles, just to relax them a little bit.
What's going on, guys?
What's up? Hey, can you give us some words of encouragement?
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to
I don't know. Talk about how it gets better. It always gets better.
this guy.
So I like to do one kind of upper leg exercise and then one lower leg exercise. So here I'm implementing a little bit of just very basic calf raises, going about even with the plane and then just pulling back up. Rapidly losing sunlight. But today we start the first, let me situate here, start the first workout back of the build. Keeping it pretty simple today. I'll let the voiceover Evan explain to you what's going on as it's happening. So let's get into it. All right, so before we even get into the workout, I'm making sure I take a little bit of extra time before this first workout back to really get the body primed, stretched out, activated, all those cool, happy things, just so that I feel a little bit more comfortable being able to push the pace on this workout, because it is the first workout back, and if I don't get everything properly activated and ready to roll, there's a good chance that I could get hurt on just this very first workout back. So for this workout, I did 2 by 10 minutes at lactic threshold. So this was about 5:30 to 5:25 a mile, and I gotta admit, I was feeling pretty rusty on this one. I did not really feel the best.
First rep down. Definitely a little rusty. But other than that, we're chilling. I just can't wait to get strong again.
It's important during these first couple of sessions back to not get in your head too much, because you are going to feel like crap, and that's okay. You eventually get over it.
All right, so considering that was the first workout in about 2 weeks, I'll take it. We probably averaged about 530 lows on the ons, so, you know, pretty solid. I can definitely tell my breathing is still there. The legs need some help. So we're gonna go ahead and try and fix that, but first, I'm kind of hungry.
So I don't really like to lift directly after I run, but with the schedule I kind of have for this semester, that's kind of the way it's going to have to be. So if you're interested in knowing where I get my lift programs from, I get them from a guy who, he's got a little bit of experience. He's worked with a couple good athletes. He's actually the coach for the BYU distance team, and people like Connor Mance, Clayton Young, all those guys who run out there in Provo, Utah. And he actually sells courses on lifting programs for regular athletes like me. So I use his 5K, 10K program for this build and the build prior, and I gotta admit, they got me in some pretty good shape. So I can't show everything I do in the gym here, because obviously it is behind a paywall, and I want to respect that if he's gonna allow me to utilize information like this, you know, it's within his own right that he like makes a little bit of money off of it, because, you know, this is very valuable information. So if you're interested in checking out where I get it from, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to his Instagram and to his program. So, but yeah, these usually got me really, really strong, and I was really, really happy with what I got out of the program in the last build. I definitely felt a lot stronger than any previous build that I had done before, so I was really, really honestly happy with the money that I spent, because I did feel that, yes, it is $200, but I really feel that it was worth every single cent. Now, I gotta admit, these next couple days after my first lift back were pretty rough. I felt pretty beat up. All the muscles were strung up tight. That might be because I did the first workout back and the lift for the first time, both in the same week. So maybe that wasn't the smartest idea, but that's just kind of what happened and what we're dealing with right now. But as I progressed throughout the week, it started to subside just a little bit more and more every single time I went out to run, and eventually I actually started feeling so much better, which conveniently was just in time for the second workout of the week. Do you know what I've begun to dislike more and more? Warm-ups. I just feel like they take forever, and I'm just usually nervous about the workout, so I'm like, I just want to get this over with. Not really get it over with, but get into it. So yeah, warm-ups have been public enemy #1 for a while. But in other words, I got a haircut. That's cool.
Better than expected, honestly. Considering I felt sick, I take that every day of the week.
I was already so like surprised at how much one lift really impacted the way my body felt. Like, I felt so much stronger on the second workout compared to the first one after just one lift. Now, if you've never lifted before with your running, I would not expect similar results to what I have here, because it's totally new to your body, so your body won't know how to handle it as much, and therefore you might have a little bit more prolonged fatigue than what I did. But since I'm a little bit more experienced with lifting, I was able to just get the muscles reactivated and ready to go again. So if you're new to lifting, if you don't feel results within the first couple weeks, trust me when I say this, just stay consistent with it. You're not going to see results overnight, but if you look back on your progress over a few months, you're going to see a lot of positive results if you just stay consistent and train smart. All right, let's go ahead and sit down here. Why don't I speak like that? So first of all, I want to apologize. I forgot to charge my camera that I take on me with runs, so I don't have any footage of my long run. You know, it's like, it's interesting almost that like YouTubers, here's a pro tip for you up and coming YouTubers who want to be like me, a big channel. Most YouTubers use a camera, and then they take that camera and they take the footage of it and they put it in their videos. So if you don't have a camera, you can't make videos. And that's the lesson I learned today when I forgot to charge my camera. So, but we'll go over the long run real quick. So 12 miles at 7:28 per mile. So honestly, pretty solid considering I felt horrible the day prior. I was floating today, really. I was not even trying, and I was just running like 7:15 a mile, which I know isn't fast, but like for somebody who usually runs most of their regular runs at like 7:40 to 8-minute pace, cruising at 7:15 and feeling that good while doing it, that's pretty solid. So it seems like the lifts have already started to take effect, and I'm really, really excited to see the progression as we go a little bit further into the training cycle. And so for this week of training, we hit just under 50 miles at 49.96 miles. So on the higher side of what I was going to try and get this week. So pretty happy with that. And it seemed like the more I ran, the better I felt. My patellar tendon wasn't feeling the greatest at like the start of the week, and I've been taking some ibuprofen to kind of help bring those effects down and like make it feel a bit better so I could be a little more confident running. But I'm telling you what, after like 2 sessions of lifting, the pain is like almost gone. It's insane. This is why I think lifting is so critical. Not only does it just strengthen your muscles, it can also help you just reactivate some things that might have just been causing an injury that might have been due to just like having that muscle not be activated properly. So I literally went from like a 5 on the pain scale to I just ran this long run and it was literally a 0. Like I didn't even feel it. If that doesn't convince you how important lifting can be, I don't know what will, because it literally just erased an injury for me. So yeah, we're gonna continue lifting. Hopefully as the season progresses, we get stronger and faster. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have in store this time. I think next week's video is going to be a simple day in the life. I don't know if it'll be a part of the Building Better Runner series, but I'm gonna do a day in the life so I can be transparent with you guys and tell you exactly what I do throughout my day, because I know that sometimes YouTubers make their lives seem so big and grand and that they're perfect and they do all these things to focus on the running, and that's how they get their success. And I want people to know that just because you don't have that kind of lifestyle, because you're still busy with other things like work or school, you can still achieve a relatively high level of success if you just have a little bit of discipline to go along with it. So if you want to see that video, it'll probably be up sometime next week. But for now, this is episode 2 of Building a Better Runner, and I'll see you guys next time.